I have a friend who has made a recent discovery. The discovery has brought him extraordinary powers, but it has also brought him some unexpected complications. He's been practicing sex transmutation, which has significantly increased his creativity, his charisma, and his persuasiveness. But paradoxically, although the women that he now easily attracts are fulfilled sexually, they are very unfulfilled emotionally. I know this real estate agent who uses a very advanced form of subconscious sex hypnosis. She has about a 50% closing rate, and she sees about 4 to 6 clients per week, which means she gets about 2 to 3 properties per week that she closes on. There's this guy that uses a very evil kind of remote influence. He sits in his basement and he meditates down to the level where you can remote view people. And once you remote view people from this level, you can learn all about their minds. You can find out everything about their lives. You can find out everything about their desires and their fears. You can find out everything about their anxieties and their hopes and their dreams. He targets newlyweds that are underwater on their mortgage. It turns out that couples that are newly married and are underwater on their mortgage have a very high probability of divorce and walking away from their property. There's this really evil, really unethical, but not illegal group of divorce attorneys. They target young, uneducated women that are married to much older, much wealthier men. They run a 6 to 12 month game on the older, wealthier man. They have several highly skilled ex-sex workers who slowly seduce the older man over several months. They initiate threesomes and foursomes. They use their advanced skills to build up his ego and get him to admit very incriminating things about his company, his wife, and the people he does business with. Then they blindside him with the divorce. Since he's significantly knocked off balance emotionally, he usually agrees very quickly to a no-contest, lump sum settlement divorce of several $1 million. He just wants to get this over with very quickly. The young woman gets 60% and the divorce attorneys get 40%. This group of divorce attorneys are nationwide, and they run this game several dozen times per year. Once he identifies a suitable couple that qualifies, he uses his remote influence to hasten their breakup. Then he has advanced knowledge of the pending foreclosure. He contacts the bank and gets the property before it goes into foreclosure at a very cheap price. He then has his crew fix it up and sells it at a significant profit. What she does is she targets women, especially women that are in a relationship with her husband, where the husband has an instinctive ability to follow the wife's lead when they go shopping for a new house. She's very attractive, and she uses a lot of very subtle sexual communication with her, which then she leverages with him. All in all, she makes about $40,000 to $50,000 per week, all with only a few hours per week of work. The problem he has is that in order to maximize his sexual energy, he allows himself to have orgasms, but he never ejaculates. This makes him incredibly attractive to most women, but once they have sex with him a few times, they realize he will never ejaculate and they lose emotional interest. This is despite him giving her several orgasms. So the cost of his increased creativity and significantly profitable persuasive abilities is accepting a string of short-term relationships with sexually satisfied but emotionally disappointed women. They say that the ideal is never possible, that if you're getting 60% positive, 40% negative, you're doing pretty good.